Okay, I want you all to like and subscribe because we're going to make this quick. And I'm going to ask a series of questions because Italians have been taught to hate us, although we have done nothing to them. But then that's just a part of the matrix, but we're not going to get into that. But like and subscribe so we can get this message out. Understand this. What people made up the mob? What people kept the books? What people made up the mob? What people kept the books? What group of people were shooting and taking each other out? What group of people were deleting each other while this other group of people were taking care of the books? What group of people were going to prison while the other book people had the books and knew exactly where the money was? Okay? What people, country, has is being given $3.9 billion a year from American taxpayers and have a $2.6 billion surplus and had free education and free health care for their people? What people enjoy prosperity from America? What people right now actually run America? It is the Khazars who are Israelis. The Khazars are Israeli, and the American government knows that they are not Hebrew Israelites, knows that they are Khazar, and the American government knows that African Americans, that we are Hebrew Israelites. You see, they depend on each other. See, the Khazars, you can't even find their history. They got rid of their history and they took ours. And the American government needed them to do that. And why? They needed them to do that because they wanted to use us as slaves. So they had to take our history and give it to someone else. And the someone else they gave it to were the Khazars because they were white. So this was whitewashing history. And see, and this allowed them. So when we read the Bible and we saying, well, we just skip Deuteronomy 28 altogether because we say the Israelis are Hebrew Israelites. But at the same time, guess what? The Israelis, it passed a law where they can't take a DNA test. They can't take one. And guess who else is volunteering not to take one? The Egyptians are volunteering not to take one because it's going to prove what? That they are Greeks and Romans and have no title to Kemet, which has been renamed Egypt. You see, when they killed when Anwar Sadat was assassinated, who was black, then he was replaced with Mubarak, who is Caucasian. And that sealed the transfer for Egyptians to become white instead of black. And see, and with the Khazars, they were perfect because now, boom, we can replace we can just totally throw African Americans off. They're not going to look for their ancestry because we got these guys pretending to be them. And when they look at Tarzan on TV, they just going to assume that they was running around half naked in the jungle, eating each other and whatever. You see how the game is played? You see the game was played on us, but it was also played on the Italian. Because just like you see us shooting and killing each other now, they had the Italians doing the same thing. They had them doing the same thing and putting them where? In jail. Putting them in jail. And now busted their whole thing up. And guess what? Israelis, the Khazars, they're doing fine and dandy. and they're running this country, which is what they always set out to do whenever they wherever they stop, because they're like gypsies. They're like gypsies. Once they get in there, they take over. But history is repeating itself, because you know who the country that divided them and turned some into gypsies? It was Russia, the same country that's beating them right now. I'm going to tell you another secret. I'm going to tell you something else that's coming to an end. Kissinger passed away. And this other guy, Pat Robertson, passed away. Guess what? That's Revelations is coming. Revelations is coming. And right now, I'm trying to wake up. I'm trying to wake the Italians up. Now, y'all can Italian, you can go on and hate me all you want, but guess what? I ain't never done nothing to you. I ain't the one that had you out there busting each other, going to jail, and guess what? I can tell you right now. You know who was telling on you. You know who was telling on you. Put one and one together, come up with two, and you'll know who was telling you and why you end up in jail. Why you all have ended up in jail. You were set up, just like we are being set up. You see, they always considered you all. You are more blacker than the Israelis are. You are more black than the Israelis are. So common sense should have told you they was going to set you up to be used. Well, don't believe me. Don't believe me. I'm just this, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I'm just this Hebrew Israelite. Check it. Hey, I'll talk to you all later. Take care.